It's now in vogue for everybody to gather as much first-party data as possible, so you know that it's like Gabe Fabius, my address, like my credit card, all the transactions, everything that I've collected, me as a business, to go ahead and like create a treasure trove of data. This is like how Amazon works. And now they're, because of Congress, GDPR, CPPA, whatever rules you want to talk about data privacy, that has become more and more in vogue and more like important for businesses. There's like the death of a cookie, so we cannot track people from site to site or even from app to app. So like all that is getting locked down. Now, for all new entrants into the world, new companies, all of these rules actually exist for all of us. For all the Facebooks, Googles, everybody else who's been collecting data for a million years, they have everything on you based on like the old rules before there was all the data privacy, before there was all the governance, right? They get your voter records, they get your rental records, they get all of your Experian data, and they've been doing this for 1,000 years. So interestingly, think about like regulatory capture. They now are like, hey, yeah, data privacy is super important. We should lock all this down. Actually, what it does is it actually creates a problem for the entrants, right? Who don't have the advantage. They've already collected everything on everybody on Earth, so they've already done this. So now, like the action is like, oh, okay, yeah, we should do this, but we have all your data anyway. So of course, like what it does is actually locks out everybody else and makes it more difficult. So that's like one piece of the reality of it. They don't need to find anybody else. They already got everybody. And then the other bit is just on the first party data side, while there's all this regulation, there's just the reality of like, the more that you know about your customer, obviously, the more you can take advantage of it. We are just turning the corner where companies are starting to really like embrace this. Everybody says that they embrace it, but if you look at their operational systems, they don't. There's a technology thing, but there's also a business learning curve. This also needs to happen here. Like if you just ask anybody, they're like, oh yeah, I'm collecting all my first party data. And then you look at it, you're like, well, you're collecting first name and last name and zip code. Like, great start. We should probably like also maybe get like what people are doing on the site and attach it to them. And there's like lots of sophisticated things that you can do. And then like with that data derive things like, oh, Gabe's a power customer, like, or Eric is a C- customer, which he would never be, and then go ahead and like buy some of those affinities, be able to perform whatever actions you need to do, make money, save money, have a strategic relationship, etc. But that is actually like the bit that's happening now. So we're seeing lots of people, whether like at CDPs or in their data warehouses, attempt to not only obtain first party data, but then also like obtain other data sets, like photo records, or like what cars did you buy, or whatever it is. Like all of like your purchase history exists as like something you can buy and attempt to append as much of that data as possible. Like what's your household income? All of those things are people are using to enrich the data to, again, like better target and know more about their customers. Certainly there's a lot of data broker services that do that. That's probably going to be something else that's going to get locked down, I would say, over the next few years. It's going to be harder and harder to do. But everything that's publicly available will continue to get used. So things like voter records are like really, really like easy ones for people to obtain, and then actually leverage, because if you're a Democrat, independent, whatever it is, you have a specific profile, you're probably vegan or whatever. And then like, you gotta, you can target to them.